Good evening. Tonight it's my great honor to present the inaugural Sheba Hope Without Boundaries Award to a man whose vision and generosity have transformed lives, Louis Steinberg. Louis, you and your beloved wife of 65 years, Charlotte Sugar, of blessed memory, built a legacy rooted in care, community, and impact. From the Charlotte and Louis Steinberg Emergency Department and Pediatric Center at Northwark General Hospital, to Baycrest, UJA, Neshama Hospice, and beyond, you've helped shape the institutions that care for us all. And through your continued support of Canadian Friends of Sheba, you've extended that legacy to Israel. As we saw in the video, Sheba's Chava Clinic, a national center for maternal mental health, will soon be moving into a new expanded facility. This next chapter will allow Sheba to provide even more critical support for women during some of life's most fragile moments. This is all thanks to the vision and support of the Steinberg family. Louis, you remind us what it means to lead with heart and to give without boundaries. Surrounded by your beautiful and devoted family, we are so proud to honor you tonight. Louis, please join me on stage, and Mazel Tov on this richly deserved recognition. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Louis Steinberg.
Thank you, Daryl. Good evening, everyone. Before I begin, I want to say that this is quite an unexpected recognition. I was certain they had the wrong Louis. But then I figured if they're going to give me an award, I wasn't going to argue. On a more serious note, it is truly humbling to be here tonight and to receive this award. This honor is incredibly meaningful to me, not just because of my involvement in philanthropy, but because of the people who have shaped my life. I'm here today because of the influence of my family. My parents, my 3 daughters and their husbands, my 6 grandchildren, and my soon-to-be 6 great-grandchildren. But above all, I stand here tonight because of my late wife, Charlotte, always known as Sugar, as we all called her. Charlotte was my partner in life for 65 years. And as much she grew up in Brockville, she was truly the heart of everything we did together. She kept me in line, reminded me to give back, and of course, made sure I always looked presentable. Now my daughters do that. I miss her terribly, and there isn't a day that goes by that I don't think of her. This award belongs as much to her as it does to me. My father always said, "It's better to be lucky than smart," and I have certainly been lucky. Lucky to have had the means to give, even luckier to found meaning in doing so. That belief in giving started long before me. My grandmother, Ida, a redhead with a bun tied at the back of her head, came to Canada in 1917 with 3 children and $400 in her pocket. She settled in Montreal and opened a small fruit and vegetable store. She built a business called Steinberg, not just by selling produce, but by giving customers more than they expected. And I mean that quite literally. She would grab an apple, an orange, a lemon, and toss it in the customers' bags. Either she was a marketing genius or she just really liked giving away fruit. I grew up next to her on Marcille Street in Montreal, and some of my best childhood memories were in her garage, pretending to drive my uncle's cars. Sadly, I never got very far, but they never gave me a key. But more than that, I remember the way she treated people, and she would quietly help those who were struggling. As the business grew to over 500 stores, supermarkets, restaurants, bakeries, and even Costco in Canada, that same philosophy remained. At Christmas, customers who could barely afford a turkey dinner would come in and buy a 10-pound turkey and then return with half of it, asking for a refund. And you know what? They got their refund, no questions asked, because they always got more than they expected. Charlotte and I carried that lesson with us through our lives. We believe giving isn't just an obligation, it's a privilege. And we learned something important along the way. Philanthropy isn't just about writing checks. It's about creating lasting impact. When we supported healthcare, we weren't just funding hospitals. We were building hope, healing, and a future where every patient receives the best possible. When we invested in our community, we were just donating resources. We were strengthening the bonds that hold us all together. Let's be honest, giving also just feels good. There's something incredibly rewarding about seeing the difference you make in someone's life. And if that wasn't enough, I also learned that it helps you sleep better at night and makes your accountant very nervous. And sometimes giving brings you joy in the most unexpected ways. I'll never forget the time when Charlotte and I were leaving North York General Hospital after one of her tests. A couple stopped us. She was holding a baby in her arms and asked, "Are you the Steinbergs?" And we answered yes. They thanked us for our donation to the hospital, explaining that their son benefited directly from the care there. We thanked them, and truthfully, we walked away feeling incredibly grateful. Grateful that we were in a position to give, and deeply moved that it made a real difference. That was just one moment, but it captured how Charlotte and I felt after every act of giving. She used to say, as long as there's a need, we keep giving. And I know she's doing that in spirit and likely with my checkbook. But the real power of giving is not just in what it accomplishes. It's how it inspires others. One of the greatest joys of my life has been seeing philanthropy ripple outward. Seeing my children, my grandchildren, and hopefully my great-grandchildren carry forward the commitment to give. To my family, I hope this legacy continues in your hearts, and you too will know the fulfillment that comes not from what you accumulate, but what you contribute. Tonight, as I accept this award, my greatest hope is that it serves as a call to action. Look around this room. Every single one of us has the power to make a difference, whether through financial contributions, mentorship, or simply by extending a hand to those in need. Excuse me. Giving back what strengthens our communities, our institutions, our world. Sheba Medical Center is proof of what is possible when people come together for a cause greater than themselves. And tonight, I ask each one of you to think how you too can be part of something larger. Let's ensure that this moment is not a celebration, but an inspiration, that we leave here tonight not just moved, but motivated, not just applauding, but acting. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for this incredible honor. Thank you for allowing Charlotte and me to be part of something so meaningful. And thank you for being the kind of community that believes in lifting others up. May we all continue to give, to inspire, to build a legacy that will long outlive us. Thank you. I'll just be another minute. I received a text today from Charlotte. She said that she's not using my checkbook, she's using her own. And the other thing she said, why didn't you pick a better picture? Thank you all for coming.